I did not do a classroom reveal video, so I thought I will do that this week and show you what my classroom looks like. Especially since we were on fall break, I got a lot done and I was able to rearrange a couple things that were not working out before. I still have a couple things that I have to finish fixing up. So next week, we are learning about the solar system and Earth and the moon and the stars and the sun. So I have some space theme related words up. Those are our vocabulary words. Right here, this is mainly my shelf. This is not stuff for the kids to take out. It's just as a reference guide for me. And then on top over here, I have 3 little baskets. I put these out at the tables when we are doing whole class, whole group kind of work. This is in case somebody is finished with what they're working on, just so they're not sitting there with nothing to do. There's some Play-Doh calculators. We have these connecting, can't remember what these are called, stacking thingy-majingies that the kids really like to play with. And then, you know, they love the stress balls. So there's some little knickknacks in there for them to play with while they're waiting. And it's almost never a distraction. They're really good about putting it away when it's time to do our classwork. And then down here, I have some of my math center stuff that are ready. This is just, again, stuff for me to use, not for the kids to use. I do have some math books here that the kids can take out if they want to. I know that's not the best place for it, but it's there for now. And then this is all our math manipulatives. I put them here next to our computer center. Our computer center is not quite done. I'm waiting for this tape to come cover this cord on the floor. My husband ordered that. When it comes, he's gonna come and hook me up so that will look nice and tidy and there will be no cords to trip on. And then next to that, we have our little stuffed animals, our reading buddies, because this is our new library. It's going to be nice and cozy here with the fireplace in the background, some comfortable chairs for them to sit at. I really like how this nook turned out. I think the kids are going to like that too. I'm thinking about bringing in like a little throw so they have like a little blanket to cover them if they wanted to. And then again, that file cabinet is just for me and to keep my stuff in there. I did put the kids' names and pictures on the tables, but I'm not going to get too close to that. And I have cute little pumpkin table decorations on each table. And then we have our big pumpkin there, and we have Mr. Monkey. So then next to the library is the guided reading center, and this is where we do all our small group guided math, guided reading, any kind of small group work is done here. So I still have a bit of a mess. I'm gonna take care of that stuff hopefully tomorrow or over the weekend. And then I have my books that are up there. Ooh, I shouldn't have put my finger there. I have my books up there. Those are for me to do my read alouds. And then we have our classroom jobs. Our listening center books are down there. Our Write the Room. The kids love getting those clipboards and then their pointers and Write the Room. I love this anchor chart holder that my husband made for me because he is super handy dandy. I love that it's on wheels because I'm constantly moving it around. So when kids need to get something or use something from back here, I have the chart hanger in front of the classroom board because we're not using the classroom board at that time. So here is where we keep our kindergarten math center stuff and first and second grader math center stuff. And then they also have their own individual bins that holds their math workbooks, literacy workbooks, and so on and so forth. And up here, I have things that don't fit inside my binder. I will show you what I'm talking about in a second. I forgot about that. So games that we're going to play that's kind of bulky and has a lot of pieces, I like to keep it right here. And then these bins are just basically stationery, stapler, labelers. I have all my tape here. You can never have too much tape. my favorite kind of tape. I love this. This is the best good stuff right here. And this drawer is a bit of a mess. Mostly I have some cards, things that I'm not using on a regular basis, some notepads, sticky notes, some of our phonics stuff, our word of the day cards are in here. And then on this side, these are from Mora from Kind Kindergarten. I used them last year. I love them. I'm going to use them again this year. Here I have some knickknacks, a lighter, more phonics stuff. My calendar stuff are in here. And here, this is for our tens frame when we do our tens frame. And then when I'm going to change out the monthly calendar stuff, all my numbers are in here. And this is, again, stuff that I don't use regularly. These are the leftover owls, some cupcakes for our birthday graph. Ooh, I forgot these were in here. This is just what I need for our literacy center. I forgot all about that. I'm so glad I decided to do this video, guys. That was very helpful. I forgot I put them there. And then some other stuff that I don't use on a regular basis that has to do with our calendar stuff. I'm gonna take this in my hand so I don't forget them. And then inside this apple basket, I have all the sight words, all our weekly sight words. The ones in yellow are for kindergarten, the ones for our first grade are in red, and then the second graders are in blue. They're color coded, so once we go over our sight words, they go up there and the kids know which color is theirs. And then I also have a little bookshelf here. Mainly I put it here so kids don't go back there. It's a little nook. I don't want the kids to be there. And this is a little branch tree that I'm going to be hanging the hearts that we use the kindness acts around the hearts. So I'm going to hang them on the tree every time we do a heart, I'm going to put it up there. And then I usually put the read alouds here, some magazines. And then every day we have a word of the day that goes down here, and then the kids can use that for their literacy centers. And then we have our cheers. I changed that out. And we have our new vocabulary words that we're going to cover for the space unit. And this adorable card one of my students made for me. And then here's where I will be putting what we're doing each day for each subject. So that's what I have there. And then on top, I have the counts around the room. Every day we add a new number, and then we count them, and we jump on the counts of 5, and then we stomp and clap on the pink numbers, so the kids really enjoy doing that. And then down here, we have our feelings cards and our needs cards. Every time students are able to express and make these big sentences talking about what I think about, I feel, because it meets my need for, and then they get a scoop of ice cream added to their ice cream cone because they were able to make that really big, difficult, hard sentence. So the goal here is for them to be able to express how they're feeling. So I have these two out here because this is the last one that was used. The student said that they felt frustrated because what did they say? Oh, because they couldn't watch the movie that they wanted to, and they felt like that didn't meet their need of being understood. I think that's fantastic. Here is one of the hearts that Mora made from Kind Kindergarten. It says, think of something kind you can do for someone today. So that's the one we're going to do on Monday when students come back. And just some little knickknacks here. I really thought these were cute. This is where I put today's date. Obviously, it's not up to date because we've been on fall break. I'll have to change that. I like to show them different ways of writing it, and then we keep track of how many days we've been in school, and then we also keep track with the craft stick. So this is a great way to practice place value. We talk about how many tens, how many ones, and then we do that same thing with our tens frame. So if we have 28 on the craft stick tray, we also have the 28 represented on the tens frame. And then we have our handy dandy calendar right here. And this is something new that we're going to try. Who will be the next kindness hero? I have all of their names inside of a cup, and every time they are super kind, I'm going to put a little cotton ball in there for them. And at the end of the week, we will count who has the most cotton balls, and they will be the kindness hero. And I decided to do it that way, so this way I can have a visual on which students I need to focus on and that I'm not overlooking anybody. So then we have our classroom daily schedule and what's happening and when. And then down here we have our classroom pet, Mr. Benny. And then we have over here our cubbies and our classroom rules. We only have 2: be kind and clean up. Then we have our drying rack. We have our little attendance board that clearly we have not kept up with because nobody's at school right now, at school and at home. This is just a great visual for me to know how many kids are in the classroom, how many are absent. I love having that visual, and the kids like counting and going up there to pull that's one of our classroom jobs, to put the owls up and down from the Velcro pieces. Here we have the title that we're working on, character settings, the food that got stolen, how it got stolen, and onomatopoeias. That's our chart, still a work in progress. And then we have our I Wonder bulletin board where the kids wrote down their questions, their wonderings in relation to the unit that we just finished. So this board needs to change and get ready for the new unit, which all I have to do is basically erase what they wrote and then have them write their new questions, which we will get to this week, hopefully. And then on top, I have our kindergarten literacy bins that are green, and then we have our first and second grade literacy bins. The colors are color coordinated and they match with their math literacy bins that are right over there. So the ones on top, green, are for kindergarten, first and second grade are the blue ones. And then if we keep going here, we have our art wall. I like to display our artwork there. And actually, I'm gonna put this in one of our literacy bins because in kindergarten, they're going to do some lacing with these. So I need that here. So then we have our art wall where I display their beautiful artwork, and then they can come up here and paint anytime they want to. I have the paint out here for them, and I will have a clean container with water next to it so it's ready for them, and paintbrushes. I usually get that ready in the mornings so it's ready for them. And this is where I keep the paint and the paintbrushes and all that kind of stuff, and the little broom and the dustpan and their smocks. This is their little kitchen area where it also has our sound posters for our kindergarten phonics stuff. We have our water bottles here so they can drink water anytime they want to. They have Play-Doh, and then this is also our snack center. So we have the snacks set up here at this table every day, all day. They can come and eat here anytime they want to. And then more file cabinets. This is all my storage stuff. More vocabulary words about the planets, and then we have more words related with our theme that they can walk around for the read around the room or the write around the room. Both of them will work. And then this is our building center, and we have our mailboxes here, and then they have their Legos and all the building stuff, the awesome magnets, the magnet tiles that I love and the kids love. They're all here. More building related stuff are here, and then I have some literacy stuff that I clearly shoved because this doesn't belong there. And then I have all the art supply stuff on top of this shelf, all their markers, their scissors. Since we've learned how to use oil pastels, those are out. Their pencils, color pencils, crayons. The dull pencils go in here, the sharp ones go in the containers. Everything is put away. Slightly messy, could be a little neater, but that's okay. They're learning how to clean up. It's a work in progress. And I already showed you my computer center. I was going to show you the folder I was talking about. I said it doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, I put it in the front of the room. This is where I keep my stuff. Ooh, that's heavy. I'm gonna just plop it down here. So this holds 2 weeks worth of stuff that are ready. This is the extra stuff on this side that if I need something, it's more like backup. I have some backup on the front and in the back of the folder. But so for example, for Monday, everything that I need would be here. I only have this in here because I already have all my Monday stuff out and in the corresponding centers and the literacy bins and the math bins, so I don't have much in here for Monday. But Tuesday stuff, they're all in here because I won't take any of these out until Monday's finished. This stuff goes out at the end of the day on Monday after school. So for example, Tuesday morning, they're going to make a headband and practice, reading those sentences, color the star red. Again, this will be optional. If they want to, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. And then there's my Wednesday stuff and so on and so forth. So I have Wednesday, Thursday, and that was a lot of stuff inside Thursday. Don't fall out. We're going to make the model of the moon's, earth, and sun's rotation. Then we have our Friday stuff in here. And then I have Monday again. So it continues for 2 weeks. I love that because then I feel prepared. I have 2 weeks worth of stuff ready to go in advance. And when I'm done with 1 week, I can go ahead and start preparing and getting ready for the following week. And if something ever happens, if I'm sick, if I'm absent, everything is ready and in this binder, ready to go. And I wish this was closer to my table, but this is the only spot I have that I can kind of put my stuff in. So that stays right there. More of our guided reading books are down here. Again, this is just for me to use and not for the kids to access. The only thing they're allowed to take from here is basically the rulers and the rec and recs. I really think the kids are going to like all the changing lights in our library. It's super cute and cozy. And I'm in love with this video that looks like we have our own fireplace. So this is what my classroom looks like. Just do one final walk around.